Cause wait a goddamn minute. Why am I so late to the party? Why didn't I know about Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa, and Teyana Taylor? Baby, what? Oh, you're gonna love me. That shit looks so divine. It's almost look like they was made for each other. Them motherfucking pictures look like they supposed to be in an art museum. Like, that shit looks so fucking... French kid. I am here for it. I am here for it. That gotta be the reason why Lori was like, nah, I'm cool on him. Because you know Lori is not turning down no new bake, baby. She would have ate it up real quick. Oh, I'm just here for it. They look so damn good together. Like, what?
Teyana's daughter just told the truth everyone was afraid to say. In her small, trembling voice, she pulled the curtain back on a reality no one wanted to face. He pretends to be nice, she said about Aaron. And with those 6 words, everything shifted. The room suddenly felt colder, heavier. There was no yelling, no dramatic outburst, just the kind of quiet truth that pierces deeper than any scream. Her words didn't just reveal discomfort. They exposed a hidden side of someone who had carefully crafted a different image. The mask was off, and what she revealed has the whole family shaken. It wasn't just about one man's behavior. It was about trust, protection, and the silent ways children cry out for help. Now fans are questioning everything they thought they knew about him, and the truth is impossible to ignore. It all began during a quiet evening, one of those rare moments where everything slows down just enough for a real conversation. Teyana had noticed something was off with her daughter lately. Her energy felt dimmer, her smiles didn't quite reach her eyes. So she sat down with her after dinner, away from distractions, and just asked, "Are you okay?" What came next was a moment she wasn't prepared for. Her daughter hesitated at first, fidgeting with her hands, eyes cast down. Then she said it. "I don't feel safe around Aaron anymore." The words hung in the air like smoke, thick and suffocating. Teyana froze, confused and alarmed. "What do you mean?" she asked. Her daughter replied, "He acts sweet in front of you, but he's mean when you're gone." Then came the details. Eye rolls, dismissive tones, being told to stop talking so much. None of it was loud or violent, but it was cold. It was hurtful. And the innocence in her voice made it all the more painful to hear. At first, Teyana couldn't wrap her head around what she was hearing. This was Aaron, the man she had invited into their home, into their lives. He cooked dinners, made jokes, played the part of a gentle partner. Could this really be true? Her daughter had always been sensitive, but she wasn't a liar. Teyana asked the hard question, "Why didn't you tell me this before?" The answer pierced her heart. "I thought you'd be mad." That shattered her. The idea that her daughter kept quiet out of fear of disappointing her was almost too much to take. She started revisiting moments in her mind, times when her daughter seemed unusually quiet, unusually tense around Aaron. Things she had brushed off now took on new meaning. A chill ran through her. She wanted to believe it was all a misunderstanding, that maybe Aaron had just had a few bad days. But her gut told her to look deeper. So she decided to test the waters and see for herself. A few days later, Teyana set her plan in motion. It was a subtle move. She left her phone recording in the living room and told Aaron she had to step out for a bit. She didn't go far, just sat in her car, close enough to return if needed. She left her daughter inside, hoping for a regular, quiet afternoon. What she captured on that recording would change everything. The moment she hit play later that night, her heart sank. Aaron's voice came through, sharp, irritated. "I don't have time for your whining," he snapped. Then came a mocking imitation of her daughter's voice. "You always want something," he said in a high-pitched tone, clearly mocking. She asked a question, and he ignored her. The tone was so cold, so detached, nothing like the warmth he showed when Teyana was around. As she listened, tears streamed down her face. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This wasn't stress. This was exactly what her daughter had described. The proof was there, in her hands, undeniable and devastating. Shaking, Teyana didn't wait another second. She called Iman that same night. Her voice was uneven, filled with guilt and panic. "She was right," she said. "He's been treating her bad behind my back." On the other end of the line, Iman went completely silent. Then came his response, calm, but full of fire. "I want her with me. Full time. No debate. No waiting." The next morning, Iman showed up at the house. He didn't make a scene. He just picked up his daughter, packed her things, and held her hand like he was never letting go. Aaron wasn't there, but Iman left a message through Teyana, "Stay away from my child." And that was that. This wasn't about personal beef anymore. It was about safety, about truth, about stepping up. Iman wasn't playing any more games. As soon as the video clip leaked online, everything changed. It didn't take long. Mere minutes after the footage surfaced, the internet exploded. The reaction was swift, emotional, and, most of all, unified. Across platforms, across backgrounds, one thing was clear. Everyone was standing with the little girl. The comments came flooding in, full of heartbreak, empathy, and anger. "She's a brave little girl for speaking up," one person wrote. That single sentence was echoed thousands of times in different forms. People from all walks of life relating to her pain, admiring her courage, and demanding justice in her name. Some voices were softer, filled with sadness. Others were furious, unwilling to let even a hint of excuse into the conversation. "No second chances when it comes to kids," one comment read. And that tone, protective, fierce, unyielding, became the backbone of the online movement. Artists responded in the way only they can, with heartfelt illustrations showing the little girl being protected by both her mother and Iman. Fans started to send support to Teyana, thanking her for listening to her daughter and choosing her well-being over loyalty to a relationship that had clearly turned harmful. Messages poured in for Iman, praising him for stepping up when it mattered most. "That's what a father is," one person posted. "Not perfect, but present, protective, loving." This wasn't just another tabloid story or fleeting celebrity scandal. This felt different. It was different. It resonated deeply, especially among people who had experienced blended families, step-parenting, and the emotional tug-of-war that can sometimes come with them. It touched on something raw, something real. Because at the center of all the noise wasn't a headline, it was a child. A little girl who, in a moment of fear and vulnerability, had told the truth. And this time, people listened. When Aaron finally issued a response, it felt hollow. The timing alone made it clear he was reacting, not out of remorse, but out of pressure. He began with denial, attempting to minimize the incident. "I never meant to hurt her," he said. "I was just trying to set boundaries." But no one was buying it. The video had already spoken louder than any prepared statement could. What people saw wasn't boundary setting, it was belittling. It was fear. The way the child flinched, the way her voice cracked when she tried to explain herself, it wasn't discipline. It was emotional harm. It was crossing a line no adult should ever cross with a child, especially one who trusted them. Aaron's vague explanation only made things worse. There was no direct apology, no accountability, no acknowledgement of the damage. Just words that sounded rehearsed, distant, and ultimately meaningless. The silence that followed his brief statement stretched on for days, and with each passing hour, people's frustration grew. Some called it cowardice. Others said it confirmed what they had suspected all along, that Aaron didn't see the seriousness of what he had done, that he still didn't understand what it meant to be trusted with a child's heart and then to break it. The fallout was swift and brutal. Fans who had once supported him unfollowed in waves. Brand partnerships reportedly began reconsidering future collaborations. Public opinion turned icy. What little goodwill Aaron had left evaporated almost overnight. The court of public opinion didn't need a formal trial. They had seen the video. They had heard the little girl's voice. And they knew he had betrayed her trust. And in their eyes, that was unforgivable. But beyond the public rage and the online debates, this story offered a deeply important lesson, one that hit home for many. It reminded the world that children always know, even when they don't have the language to explain it. Even when they don't fully understand the situation. Kids feel everything. They pick up on tones, energy, expressions. They recognize who makes them feel safe and who doesn't. Aaron might have fooled some adults for a while, but the child saw through it. She felt the discomfort, the inconsistency, the fear. And in the end, she spoke up. Not loudly, but clearly enough to be heard. Now, Teyana sees it too. She's opened up privately to friends, admitting how deeply betrayed she feels. Not just by Aaron, but by herself. I missed it, she confessed. I let him in, and I didn't see what he was doing. That kind of guilt is a heavy burden. It's the kind of pain only a parent can understand, the shame of not seeing the signs, of not protecting soon enough. And while the world may forgive her for being human, Teyana will likely carry that with her for a long time. But what matters now is what she's doing with that guilt. She's not ignoring it. She's not making excuses. She's turning it into action. She's choosing her daughter, fully, without hesitation. From canceling engagements to cutting ties with Aaron, Teyana is making it clear, her child's peace comes first. And Iman? He's moving with purpose. He's already begun the process of seeking full custody, not out of anger or revenge, but because that moment on the porch changed everything. When he saw his daughter in tears, when he heard her voice shake as she described what happened, something in him locked in place. You can't unsee that kind of pain. And once you know it exists, you can't pretend things are fine. You act. You protect. You do what a parent is supposed to do. In the days that have followed, the noise has started to quiet down. The trending hashtags have slowed. The internet's attention is shifting. But inside Teyana's home, a different kind of silence is taking over. A better kind. The kind that comes with healing. The kind that isn't filled with tension or fear. There are no raised voices. No walking on eggshells. Just a mother, a father, and a child trying to find peace again. That peace won't come overnight. The emotional wounds left behind by betrayal and fear don't heal in a matter of days. But now, for the first time in a long time, the child is being truly seen and heard. Her feelings are being centered, not dismissed. Her voice, once small and shaky, is being treated as truth. And that makes all the difference. This story wasn't about a scandal. It wasn't about celebrity drama. It was about what happens when we listen to children. When we believe them. When we protect them, even if it means letting go of someone we once loved. It was about the kind of love that's quiet, fierce, and unwavering. The kind that shows up. The kind that stays. The kind that finally gives a child what they deserve, peace. Do you believe Aaron was always fake? Or just didn't know how to handle fatherhood? Should Teyana have caught this sooner? Or was her daughter's silence understandable? Drop your thoughts below. This one is raw, real, and painful to watch unfold. Hit that like if you believe kids never lie about how they are treated. And subscribe for more deep, emotional celebrity breakdowns.